I'm gonna be flying in
User
ACR
entered your
today.
channel.
I don't. Okay.
So I'm hoping for some nice pics afterwards.
User left your channel.
It's Alex. It's Oswald.
User left your channel. User entered your channel.
User.
User left your channel.
Bye, user. Wolf is an impressive-looking aircraft, is it not? Okay.
Channel switched.
There he is.
Voodoo!
Oh, stupid voodoo! I'm like talking to people and going, everybody mad at me tonight or what? Oh, no, I'm in the wrong room.
Well, you see, I did say, well, I dragged voodoo down here, and they said, no, don't do that.
You might have been busy, we don't know.
Oh, busy. Oh, yeah. I'm busy.
Okay, well, if you're finished.
I didn't know he's finished. I thought he was American.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm a Russian.
Rushing around?
And when I'm done, I'll be finished.
I have guests in tonight from your neck of the woods.
Really? From America? United States?
Yeah, they're from north, a little place just north of Boston.
Wow.
Quite chatty and friendly. Not like you a lot at all.
I like Americans. It's our government I can't stand.
Yeah, but you're like us, there's not much option. You get an arsehole or an idiot. It's one of the two.
Yeah. Good luck in convincing other people of that. We have to vote for the lesser of two evils. How's that working for you?
I just saw a video tonight. I'm coming out of one of his hotels, and the camera's behind him, and he waves to the crowd, but the camera doesn't cut off in time and swings around. There's nobody's actually standing there.
Oops. Okay, you guys can have any livery you want except the one flight leader's got.
I got the red one.
He's got the red one. I got a red one too.
I got nothing
I got nothing. Yeah, where are you?
in my house.
Hold on, I'll change that.
I've got arrivals, I can't come.
Aw, that sucks.
It's not quite so red now.
Yeah.
I mean, depending what time the arrivals get here, I can maybe be able to join in later on, but as of yet, they're overdue and I'm not here.
You should
Just
charge
stick the
this.
sign on the front saying, I'm at flight night, so book yourself in. See Margaret.
So bugger off. I think you should charge them extra. Late arrivals should have to pay extra money.
I agree, but it's a bit difficult to get them to do it.
Yeah, it makes people angry when they're held accountable.
Right, are we ready for our briefing, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody else?
I've got my briefs on, sir.
Well, I have not, but
Yeah,
I've
I've got my
t-shirt.
briefs on.
Okay, good evening. Welcome to flight night, 22nd of June. Not like the date I put on the forum. I'm sorry, I posted that at like 1 AM or something. But you know, you all got here anyway, so that's cool. Well done. So tonight we're going to be recreating, made up from a series of flights that happened, competitions that happened back, spanning about 20-30 years, from the 50s to the 80s. We'll go through that a little bit more as the evening goes on. But essentially, you are all flying this version of the Swift, which will take its own pictures at set intervals throughout the evening. And the idea is the person that can post the best screenshots taken from their Swift automatically of the targets that we reach wins the competition. But really, we're just here to fuck around and enjoy ourselves anyway.
Yay!
Being flight gear, taking screenshots may mess with formation flying, so we have to be aware of that. Nobody's allowed to get stressed about it, it just is what it is. We're going to be taking off flying down the coast. We're going to go to Dover before we head to Calais and then into Europe. Flight is going to be at about 2,000 feet AGL, and we're going to be going about 300 of the lovely knots, and we're going to be flying along with me. Everybody should get it perfectly, because as long as you're flying with me, we're all going to take lovely pictures.
Yay!
That's the theory. However, there are some caveats that go with that, but never mind. So yeah,
kill you randomly.
There's lots of factors, but it's cool. So yeah, we're gonna take off because we're about 9 minutes late already, and 300 knots, 2,000 feet. We're going to be making a right turn and following the coast. Anyone got any immediate questions?
What was the weather again?
Weather, so I have actually got weather on live weather at the moment, and the time is on noon. As long as it doesn't mess with things too much, we should be good. Right now it's lovely where we are, so we're okay.
Ooh, live weather's awesome.
Roger Dodge, ready for takeoff.
Ready to rock,
Lovely.
Dennis.
Now I'll roll in about 10 seconds.
Time for a quick shag then.
Maybe you.
Now in this there is the little red stall light, which is just to the right of your G gauge. Pay attention to that. If it comes on, do something
Change
different.
something. Do something.
Stuart?
Panic.
No, don't panic.
There's a hammer under the seat. Just hit the red light with the hammer.
Yeah, I'll put some tape across it so you don't see it.
Yeah, a bit of masking tape.
I'd recommend paying attention to the light in this aircraft.
Look, it's not as brutal as my one.
No. And well, it's got its own little issues, this one, but it's okay. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to fly it. It's something different, and we'll get your FDM back in one soon.
Good.
Loving it so far.
Flying properly then.
It's a lot of fun as long as you don't get stupid. I mean, you try to push it and it'll bite the shit out of you.
Oh, the real Swift was a death trap.
Oh, no, I read that. I was like, well, what are we looking for here? Oh, shit!
The real Swift would just randomly kill people just for the fun of it. Even if you're flying straight and level. Just, done.
It actually just did that. We're going to take that as a learning curve.
Oh yeah, it's a horrible aircraft with it experiment moods.
By the time it got to this version, the photo reconnaissance one, it was an awful lot better. The early ones, the Mark 1s and 2s, were not popular with anyone. By the time it got to the 5, it was actually equally as deadly as all the other aircraft of the age.
Really then?
Yeah, but no more so.
Well, they didn't have the auto eject panic system. Oh, I've got a phone call. Right, be right back.
Telephone. Hello, faulty.
Yeah, like it's the 80s.
They haven't got that advanced yet. How's everyone doing? Is everyone keeping up nicely?
Sort of. What's the altitude?
2,000 feet.
AGL.
I'm at your right wing.
As soon as I'm over Dover Harbour down here, I'm gonna make a turn over the channel, head for Calais.
Do we have to speak French then?
No, I don't
A
think
fuck, a fuck, a fuck.
That's good.
You get bonus points for shooting boat people.
so. Dinghy enthusiasts.
Even them, yeah.
No, we have to be nice to them, don't we?
It's killed me.
Be very gentle. You can probably pick yourself up from Calais.
Well, that's my hopes of joining later dashed.
A 9 PM arrival.
No, they're 40 minutes away by bus, at least to come from Glasgow with a tent, so probably not 40 minutes because they're going to get some tea before they come to the site, so probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
That is mean of them, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It's flight night for fuck's sake.
Why are they late?
They're on a bus.
Stop for a quick shag.
Using a public transport system.
Oh, well,
A quick
that'll do it.
shag on a bus, Voodoo.
Couldn't
Well-
they read the flight nights right?
Would there be a problem with that?
It's on camera on a British bus, so
Are we
I got a good-
live on Facebook this evening?
no.
Well, it's been a long time since I've had a shag on a bus then.
Well, I've got a good story about that, a good joke about that if we've got time when we get done. It's probably not appropriate for
Oh, we've always
YouTube
got
or-
time for a joke about a shag on a bus.
well, it's not about on a bus. It's different.
Fair enough. Different's good too.
The back of a pickup doesn't count. Ah, dear.
Go on then, Stuart. What's this moral support you're giving us?
Oh, you've had it now. But,
Oh. Well, it was lovely.
yeah. I just have to settle for watch using the fucking multi-pair map.
Well, that's probably not going to be as exciting as being part of it.
Yeah.
Would the rail aircraft be as twitchy as the model?
It was horrific.
Mine's not twitchy. What do you mean twitchy?
Well, when you put any aileron on it, it feels like you could end up plunging into the sea.
Well, it was an early jet. None of them were particularly nice to fly until it got to the Hunter. The Hunter was the only decent one to fly for a long time.
Yeah, that's the only one that had really international success as well. And then that has a bit of good success as well.
Did they make a Navy version, the Seahawk or something?
Seahawks are completely different bird.
Yeah, they were that actually preceded it. There was the Supermarine Attacker and
Oh,
Scimitar
God.
that came before this as well.
Oh, we want to build a nightmare machine, we have to do an attacker.
Someone
Yeah.
have his gear down. Don't know who it is.
God, I hope it wasn't me.
It was me.
No.
Oh, thank fuck.
I thought maybe it was Bill. He's always doing that kind of shit.
When we come around to redoing the Gloucester Javelin, we have to include the panicky auto eject system. That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Just
It's time
got,
to land. No, don't. Go on.
I just got the eject book. Just started reading that.
Gloucester Javelin's had a nasty habit of leaving the navigator in the back seat all on his own. Because it used to chuck the pilot out.
Well,
That
one of
would
the
suck.
One of the bombers, they used to eject backwards.
Yeah, but the Gloucester Javelin did it randomly.
Yeah, normally did it on landing, didn't it? Because it had a radar control, a high radar altimeter element to it.
Yeah, and it always thought, right, let's land this plane. And the plane goes, oh no, we're crashing. Bye.
Bye to the pilot. Sorry, Nav.
Yeah, I finished watching that programme about the Chinooks. It seems like the RAF was a bit cavalier with its pilots.
It was just very bad procurement buying shit at that time of the year, but that time of the development. Do you know, factoid time, that the Gloucester Javelin Mark 9 was the only one with afterburners, but it was actually slower with the afterburner on than when it was off.
God, how would that happen?
I seem to remember that, yeah.
They screwed up the aerodynamics in the tail, and when you put the afterburner on, it caused such a suction between the tailpipes. It actually and the air brake
Effectively created drag, didn't it?
Yeah, it created more drag than it produced thrust.
Well, that's a drag.
We need to slow down. Quick, put the afterburner on.
It's like a speed brake.
Yeah, then somebody shoots a missile up your area.
Watch this, I'll throw on the afterburner and they'll fly right by.
Yep, I was just about to say that.
Great minds think alike, Stuart.
So it's true though, because then when you see your burners light up, you don't use throttle, and then you suddenly your voltage overtook you.
So how does it take pictures then automatically?
I'm afraid it's a rather crude solution. I won't take much credit for it. Essentially, there's a script running against the sim time, and it will trigger a screenshot. I did have it, so it was actually changed the view, so it looks down beneath you. But I've turned that off because I thought people might die. In practice, depending on the settings, if some people get machine stutters and freezes when it takes a screenshot, I thought if it changes the view as well, it's going to mess people up. But it's something we can expand on.
Yeah, it's different.
I've done a few different versions of it and tested it, and I've had it so it takes one when you get within a certain distance of a target, when you're within a set parameters. So if you get within 500 feet at 300 knots and whatever, it'll take it. So it can do quite a lot. The one we're using tonight is quite simple because I thought it'd just be fun to test it and see if everyone's happy with it. But I thought it might be fun. I've got it all packaged up as a add-on, so it'll work on other aircraft as well. But I thought it might be fun to do different types of little missions with and things. But this is just sort of a mess around test, really.
It's all fun. It's all fun.
It's awful, and I didn't do it, to be honest. I just asked ChatGPT to put it together, and it did.
I saw Richard here. He was 70 miles away, though, when they were first getting started, but he didn't join up.
Yeah, he sent me a message earlier saying it was good to see the Swift getting used, and he was hoping to join him, but he didn't think he'd be able to have the time, so... He offered to send me a load of... he said he just read a book, and I think it was him. Someone offered to send me a load of stuff a few weeks back on the Swift, which is why it was in my mind.
Are your flaps down, Alex?
No, don't be silly. Don't be silly, Voodoo.
Fooling about. Quit you fooling about.
Now, for flight night, I normally go and get myself a little drink from a shop run by a Lithuanian gentleman in town, where they sell the craziest imported alcohol and stuff like that from all around. And this week, I went in to get my normal... They do some beers, aviation-themed beers and things like that as well. This week he pointed me at something which is a little bit out of my normal comfort zone, but he said I should try it. And it's called, and I'm not doing cultural appropriation here, it's called Wagwan. Melon cherry mixed with rum bumberclot bomb.
Oh my. I'm afraid I'd have to try that if I was still drinking.
Sounds like the real fuel for Supermarine Swift.
It sounds exactly like that. So yeah, it's like melon cherry flavour, but basically it's all rum. It tastes like a kid's drink, but apparently it's got an awful lot of alcohol in it, so we'll see what the effect is.
You're gonna
It's
have
really
an
orange
afterburn
delivery.
tonight.
I'm going to have a what, Stuart?
You're gonna have an afterburner tonight.
It's quite possible. But since I've given up caffeine, I'm struggling for drink options that aren't all totally disgusting.
Doubling up on the alcohol. That's a good choice.
It's the only way to do it, I think.
Oh, I've just received a royalties payment.
Yay.
How much?
Well, a total of 36 cents.
Don't spend it all in one place, bro.
Well, I have to say, it is nice to be in the presence of an international commercial DJ. Regardless, it's you know, it doesn't matter what the amount is. Just passing over Ostend there and driving down there. It looks quite well populated in flight gear. Actually, there's static aircraft and stuff. I don't know what it was. I couldn't download the orthos from the link this week.
Yeah, well, it came up with like a shortened thing, so I don't know. That's why I put it on twice to see if.
Yeah, it took me to the folder, so I'm having to run the thing that automatically downloads it. It seems to be working so far.
Problem is, I can't get it to run on my best machine, so it's taking ages.
Have you tried doing the one that grabs it as you fly?
I've never really tried that.
It's really bloody easy. All you have to do is start the Julia program and then fly and it downloads it.
Why don't you do a tutorial video, Alex?
I have!
Did you?
It's the one that's on YouTube.
Oh, alright.
It's that one.
Oh, right, okay.
It is about 11 minutes longer than it needs to be. It should literally be just download it, start flight gear, click it. But I've gone through it in detail for people.
Yeah, there's some issue with either Julia or access to user C drives users.
Again, if you run it as an administrator, that.
Can you choose where it stores it?
No, it's axes. It's axes in elevation data or something. It says, but it's one of these places you can't normally see. You have to assume that it's there. I've got it going on my own machine, but it just takes twice as long to do it, and then I've got to copy it across from one machine to the other.
Is there MP sound in this?
Probably not.
The sounds aren't great generally. The sounds need a little bit of work generally, I think. Okay, so we're coming up on docks here. We're gonna head inland. Well, not inland. We're going slightly to the right, where we're gonna try and get our first pictures of Antwerp. The docks at Antwerp are going to be one of our first targets for our photo reconnaissance mission. So we're going to make a little turn here at what's called Knocker Heist. So we're going to follow the path inland a little bit, and then hopefully we'll end up at the docks at Antwerp, where we can automatically take our pictures if we've done everything right, which we won't have done, but it's fun anyway. Because the one issue I've got with this is that the script will start from the second you load your flight in, so everyone will have started at different points and the timer will have started at different moments.
You could have triggered it by latitude and longitude. Just saying.
I could have triggered it by distance to the waypoint and stuff like that. This was... The idea of this was it was more just to see if it works over an extended period of time with lots of people doing the same thing. And then we can do... It's actually easier to trigger it on set requirements. So I could have had it triggered when everybody got within like 7 miles of Antwerp at 2,000 feet or whatever it was. That would have been almost easier to do, but this was a more interesting test.
Well, I managed to get the orthos, and wow, they look great, so I hope your shit looks good.
Same for
Different
me,
field
that's right.
shapes on this type of land, isn't it? A lot more thin, narrow fields.
Stuart, did you get your new uniform in the end?
Yes, I'm wearing it right now.
Oh, good.
Well, one of them. Cost me all of £36 to get it done.
What did you get for £36?
A dozen things printed up, a dozen bits of clothing done.
That's pretty good.
Margaret says there's a car treasure hunt on in the Scottish Weekly will play.
I saw, but it's on Thursday when we arrive, so probably too late, and I will have already driven 500 odd miles that day, so probably not.
Probably not.
Is petrol cheap up your way?
Ha!
I take that as a no.
Just don't turn up in a purple fucking Porsche.
No, it's black.
I know that, but just don't make it purple.
I won't make it purple. I'm considering getting the wheels sprayed gold. Does that count?
That would be alright. Black and gold goes well.
I thought so.
I did want to use Range Rover black and gold, but didn't brave enough to do it. By the way, that purple Porsche isn't local. I've never seen it before.
No, it looked like quite a nice one.
It's a purple Porsche 911. Fuck's sake, have some taste.
Oh, I've got taste. I wouldn't have a purple one.
We don't want flight leaders with good taste. We want flight leaders that taste good.
Come over here and give it a go, Voodoo.
I'm just generalizing.
Tasty drink would be fine.
My last arrival last night, Alex, arrived at 11 PM.
Oh,
Dude,
that's late.
They phoned to say they're running late. Could we wait for them? So we did.
11 PM though.
Oh no, I was a zombie when it came, trying to book them in. Then of course we have to sit and wait until they've all went to bed before we can go and do our final cleans.
It's not fair sometimes, is it?
Nope. You'll find that out once.
I'm sure they were very grateful though.
Well, I'm ridiculous.
Oh, there's something going across my nose quite fast. Is that a Swift? If so, it's going to swiftly die. Did it go in the ground? I can't see it. I don't want to turn too much.
Darp.
So yes, for anyone who hasn't worked it out, I have booked myself a holiday to go and see Stuart in
Oh, you
August.
stupid fool.
Yeah, what were you
Very good
thinking?
idea.
Who in their right mind would do that?
You can arrive even at 11 hours PM.
Yes. No, I'm not stupid.
Well,
You'd have
quite
locked up by
clearly
then.
you are.
Are you bringing the missus or the girl?
I'm taking Kaylee and her
Somebody.
daughter. Yep, my children are away in Florida with their mother that week, so I'm going to go to Scotland.
Oh, you muppet.
I'm going to be there sampling an ice cream from the ice cream van as you lot are all playing Flight Night. Living the dream.
Well, I heard Scotland's beautiful this time of year as long as you don't go anywhere near Stranraer.
Jim, I want to know if you've got an itinerary yet.
After we saw the thing about the market on the Friday or the Saturday and what the lady was posting, Em would like one of the little kilt key rings that the lady is making.
We have to know the person who's making them.
What do you mean a vajazzle?
No, there's no real itinerary yet, but you know we're still awaiting the approved topic of conversations from Gemma.
You're not going to get any, I'll tell you right now.
Well, then I get to make it up, and that's far worse.
Well, you see, according to Gemma, if it's not approved, you're not to speak. So, things will be really, really quiet.
She's known of me for far too long to know that that's not going to happen.
You know,
And-
we're going to, on the Friday night, we're going to sit and she's going to be massively, hugely embarrassed.
Oh, so is Em. They're both going to be bright red. And here we are, Antwerp docks is coming up here, so let's hope everybody gets some amazing screenshots of our first target for the evening.
Are we allowed to take manual pictures too?
Oh, go on then. I'm gonna annoy everyone, I'm gonna have to do a quick refresh of the scenery. Don't shout at me too much.
Why not?
There we go.
Are you sure you like a bubble?
M says that a bubble sounds like the worst idea because how will she escape?
There's an escape hatch in the roof.
Then I imagine her and Gemma will be fighting for who gets to crawl through it first.
Because I'm going to sit in front of the door. So they can't escape.
It'll be like a live podcast of Flight Night but in the flesh.
True.
You know that they still have ogres in Scotland, right? Stuart's proof of that.
And with my massive allergy to seafood, Katie's planning on ordering the salmon anyway, so I'll just be vomiting the entire time.
Oh my.
Clams, oysters, salmon.
Crab!
Is she actually going to do that? That's just wrong.
Oh gosh, yeah, she'll do that.
No, he
She'll do that
deserves
to all of us, Stuart.
Fortunately, I'm not allergic to fish, sea fish. Or fish anything. I just don't like it. Well, if she's going to do that, I'm going to have a massive milkshake.
Oh Jesus!
A
No,
massive what?
a milkshake. He's lactose intolerant.
I thought you said a massive something else.
No, milkshake's far worse than anything else.
So how can you eat ice cream then?
I've got a tolerance level. I'm not completely lactose intolerant. I can cope with a certain level, but when I go above that level, things happen.
Stuart is a hedgehog.
My endearing memory of Stuart is after he ate a ration pack, beans and sausages, and then a Chinese meal, and spent the journey back to his site, walking back, farting like a fucking steam train.
Oh my.
You've never heard anything of the like.
I can imagine.
Oh, I don't know.
It was punctuating the steps almost.
Well,
Oh, my.
ration packs are designed to do certain things to the human body, you know. And the curry is designed to do the opposite. So there was a conflict of interest going on.
It was conflicting with my interests. My interest was not to inhale your insides.
Yeah.
Standing upwind was the only solution.
Oh dear. The Chinese restaurant part never reopened after COVID.
What? That's not there anymore.
No, they didn't reopen the restaurant. The takeaway part's still open, but they didn't reopen the restaurant.
It wasn't a small restaurant. What do they do with the space?
They're not using it, it's just empty.
A shame.
Yeah. But the portions from the takeaway are huge now.
Wonderful. Well, it wasn't bad with what we had in the restaurant.
It's exactly the same stuff, the same kitchen.
This stuff looks amazing in HDR. Really.
Sweet.
Now you're running HDR on FlightNet. Does it work well with other aircraft? I've never actually run it with anything else in the sky, I don't think.
Yeah. I just modified my version of the Swift, and every aircraft appears normal.
Well, as normal as anything about flight night can be.
True.
My naysayers in the other forum have went quiet.
I was thinking earlier, I can't remember where was I driving back from. It was somewhere. I was thinking, would it be fun, Stuart? And you're going to need to be a little bit open-minded for this one. As a proof of concept, as an example to the difference, would it be fun to, using the same data, have you create a JSB sim version of one of your existing helicopters?
No, that's not fun at all.
Would it be an interesting project?
No, because I haven't got a clue how to create one using JSB sim.
I think it'd be really interesting to see the difference. I think the only way there's ever going to be an end to the argument is by the same person making the same thing using the same data to get whatever the result is.
But the problem with JSB sim helicopters is it doesn't recognise the fuselage or therefore any drag relating to it. It all has to be scripted.
It's got to be worked out though, hasn't it? I mean, there's got to be a way of working it out. Can't we get ChatGPT to work some of it out?
I have no idea.
I think it'd be a fun
Fuck
project.
me, no.
Because then we could point people to it every time it comes out. Why the fuck's this not JSB sim? Well, this is what happens when we make one JSB sim using
What
the same
happens
data.
when you put Chat GPI or whatever the fuck it is?
It works quite well. If you
Yeah.
use it, if you use it right.
Quite.
Oh no, it's the same thing, isn't it? Because it's like everyone's worried that it's going to take their jobs, but the problem is, in order for it to take people's jobs, you've got to work out what to tell it in the first place, and the client can never work out what to tell someone to do. So that's not a problem. But if you're asking it to convert something from something to something else, it works really well. I think. I don't know. It's got to be worth a shot.
Because it's just a formula. It's just like a linear.
It's just. Yeah, it knows what to do. If you tell it to convert something to something else, it knows how to do that. The problem is when people are putting in things saying, can you make me skinny? This is what I eat every week.
That's just silly.
Here we go.
It gives you a recipe
Here's
for there,
that.
yeah.
How many babies come from my sperm?
I don't want to know how you're trying to feed your sperm to this fucking AI bot.
La 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 la! I can't hear you. La la la.
Down the microphone.
Down the microphone. It's listening. Hang on, that's 17,384,000. No, hang on, there's another 5 there.
One.
What?
Oh my.
Mine'll be easy. I've had the snip. If it's not 0, I'm in trouble.
You know it is biologically possible for it to be reversed without you knowing.
Yes, that scares me every day.
With this AI photo creating pictures and stuff, could it be made to make the liveries for aircraft?
Nope, tried that.
It might be able to do one day. You'd have to do it a layer at a time, I think would be the only thing. So this is the problem with AI, because people go into it and say, I want you to do this, and it doesn't do the whole thing immediately. So people say, it doesn't bloody work. Whereas, actually what you're going to do is take it a step back. I had a thing, 2 weeks ago, I had a work job, and it was, I had to take an entire website full of products and convert it into a different type of website full of the same products, and I quoted it out. It was about 14 hours work for someone to do it, and I asked all these fancy tools that you can get that charge you £3,000, £4,000, £5,000 to convert one to the other, and I did the samples for some of them and asked some of the developers to look into it, and they were like, yeah, it's still 14 hours work to convert it. But actually taking it a step back, exporting all of the stuff from the first site into a spreadsheet, and then saying to ChatGPT, I've got this spreadsheet, here's a spreadsheet of a type of site I need to convert it to. Can you convert all of these products into the spreadsheet, same structure as this other one? It did the entire thing in under 14 minutes. Yeah, it literally went from 14 hours to 14 minutes, and it was just a case of uploading the spreadsheet to the new format site, and it saved, it saved me a hell of a lot of work, and it saved the client probably, 3-4 grand at that point. It's just the fact that a lot of people were going, or everyone who tried it had gone, well, I want a way to convert the one to the other. What you actually need to do with anything AI is strip it back to a point where you're looking purely at data. And if you're looking at data, it can do it. It's when you try and get it to do things that are a visual output where that's where people are thinking that it's not as clever as it is, but actually it's designed for the data analysis and the geeks and things like that. It's not yet at the point where it's really bloody good at visual outputs. The only one that is good at visual output, I think Photoshop's got an AI plugin these days. I don't use Photoshop myself, but I was watching a thing earlier on their new plugin. You can basically make it change, the entire room around you and whatnot. One day, I imagine one day it'll be able to do full 3D models if you give it enough pictures.
I was watching a program about AI, and it was just saying how it does, say, cats and dogs. It takes the pictures back to just random pixels, then it recreates it from that.
Alex?
Yes, sir.
Gemma has just arrived in the room and she's trying to copy your accent.
That's
Cultural appropriation.
That's not good.
I would like her to try and perfect it, and then when we meet, only speak to me in this wonderful version of my accent, and let's see how long she can keep it up for.
She
says she can't understand you now. She can't understand what you're saying now.
She can't. That's an easy way out, isn't it?
Anyway.
She won't be able to copy my accent anyway, it's too much of a mix these days.
ChatGPT could do it.
Oh, very good. I'm sure it could. There's one, isn't there, where you can speak a few words and it'll sing songs in your voice. That's scary. I've seen that.
That's cool.
It is.
Perhaps we should feed it Stuart's voice and get it to do YMCA or something.
That would be hilarious.
Or Shrek.
Can you use his voice for that?
I've got a Discworld situation running out of scenery.
We are coming up to our halfway point soon at Amsterdam, so you'll be able to do a refresh. We've made good time.
How many have died?
Not many.
Nobody did.
3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's you're like Flash when Flash isn't here.
Well, according to pilots list, Pork is at minus 13 feet, so I don't know how that works.
She's dead again then.
Yeah, definitely buried.
Remember when the original F-16, they used to be completely invulnerable, you could fly to the centre of the earth with it?
I don't remember such a thing.
Yeah, the F-16, you couldn't crash the damn thing. You used to be able to fly through the crust of the earth and keep on flying to the centre of the earth.
Yeah, you need to watch your fuel as well. It's fairly thirsty, this.
First generation jet fighter.
I've still got, what is it, 200 gallons?
Ah, fuck all. That's the next thing.
That was it. If it was 200 gallons in the lightning, I'd say you got the 30 seconds worth of fuel.
Well, this would be interesting trying to land at Amsterdam when there's no bloody land.
We need Sonny to bring a chopper and land on the tower.
God, that must be about, what, 8 years ago now?
That was a long time ago, but it was still fucking funny. Are we landing here?
Went home.
Yes, we do. We are going to land here. There's
Straight in or what?
Well, according to the weather, we probably should be landing at the runway over there. But what we'll do is we'll overfly it and we'll come back. We'll do a 180 and we'll land at the runway next to the terminal, the center one.
It's just popped, so I can see the airport now.
So if everybody wants to,
Well, there's enough runways in there. Pick one. Everyone could pick one each.
Everyone could pick one, yeah. Why not? Yeah, we could probably have one each, and then we'll go and meet by the main terminal in the middle, I think. It does start to stall about 200 knots, so remember that.
You're not flying it right.
Just say in the pilot notes, if you open the canopy, that acts as an air brake.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do, yeah. Don't do that.
So just land.
Only on the ground.
Just land. Just land. We're not going to put any more restrictions on people than that, because it's a little bit challenging as it is. If you get it down, you're doing well. If you get it up, there's still hope.
That's right, a few people with both friends.
I got rain.
I got AIDS. Lemonade, cherry aid.
Legal aid.
I swear some of us will need that if these videos ever come out.
You just say it was done by AI software.
Chat GPT. I wasn't there. Prove it.
It was not me, it was a digital representation of me.
Oh, an arsehole.
Down rolling.
Nice one, Buddha.
Down rolling and braking.
Don't break too much, we'll have to pay for it.
Oh shit, just flown through a rain cloud there.
You did the same thing. Meeting up at the terminal or by the tower there then, or what?
Yeah, the center will find somewhere we can all find.
But so far, the runway.
Runway would be good. Voodoo, you find somewhere, we'll come find you.
Roger that. Just saw somebody go over my head. I'm crossing the threshold of a runway here, so you're already close.
That lands quite nicely.
Yeah, if you're about 200 knots or 180. Couple clicks of flap. Nibble, nibble, nibble.
Nibble, 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 squirt, squirt, squirt.
Brake, brake, brake.
Yeah, brake, brake, brake's a good one. Skid, skid, skid.
Eject, eject, eject.
No, we don't need to do that. Okay, let's find me some voodoo.
He's directly ahead of me. Heading for the tower, Voodoo?
Well, there's a shitload of towers, so yeah.
I have a picture of you in the towers.
We'll park near a couple of towers.
It's nice to have choices.
My 8 o'clock arrivals still haven't arrived.
The lights. Are they the ones that were on the bus?
Need to get a solicitor and sue them.
We haven't sued. We have started charging people who don't turn up now.
That you, Oswald?
Hi, it's me.
Look at great minds think alike, man. We just like both turned like figure skaters and stacked up. Ooh, look, we're wearing the same
Follow me,
livery.
boys. We're off to find voodoo.
We're twins.
Yeah, I'm right behind you, Alex.
Oh, you don't want him behind you.
No, I prefer to be in front. You boys down here? I can't see where you are actually.
Turn left. You'll be okay.
I'm in the terminal. I can't see you.
I had smoke.
Go around the terminal.
Okay, so it's that way? But how far? Cyber, you see them?
I'm not very far.
Oh, I don't see him.
Okay, we're gonna go around that way again.
Hang on. You're only you're a quarter of a mile.
180 degrees back.
There's
Well, yeah, I know,
there's
but
a
there's
pier
a-
in between.
Yeah, the terminal in between.
Oh.
Pier deer in between everybody.
Oh fuck.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Should we all go for a break and we'll meet up on the runway?
Which one?
That one.
0624.
Roger that. Thank you.
Which one?
0624. back in a minute.
You 6 or 2-4?
0624. I'm guessing we're at
24
this.
end.
We're at this end, so 24.
Yeah.
24.
I got it.
Snotty pants.
After refueling.
Quit fueling around.
And I'm back on comms.
Welcome back.
Yay!
I think it'd be quite easy to get lost at this airport if you was a landing plane.
Definitely need your charts with you, don't you?
Well, they all have tablets now, don't they, at the side of them?
Yep. I've got one of the mounting systems for the tablets, which goes in my car. It also goes on the side of the bath when my daughter's in the bath and wants to watch YouTube. But it was given to me by one of British Airways engineers. He took it off a 777 because as soon as they spill coffee on them, they have to replace them out because they're not allowed to have liquid damaged items in the cockpit.
Yes, oh, good for you.
Yeah, it's alright for me. Yeah, they're just you can buy them. They're called RAM mounts. People fit them in their cars, but they're by aviation ones.
I've used RAM mounts when I used to do gliding because all my there were PDAs back in the day what had the moving map on.
Yeah, this is just a RAM mount with a universal tablet thing, but it's a decent one. It goes in my car when I'm doing stuff, or like I said, my daughter puts it in the bathroom, sticks it on the tiles, and uses it to watch YouTube in the bath.
Yeah, I've got several with the rubber suction pads and stuff. I put some together for my photography, so when if you go to an airport, you can stick it on your roof, camera mount and stuff, or bonnet.
That's a good idea.
Well, as I say, I've got loads of them RAM double universal things, with two balls and angle anyway.
They're expensive these days. I had to buy a couple more to get some to make it bend around enough to go in my car, and I think they're about 14 quid each.
Yeah, well, I've got quite a collection of them. Because I used to use, do you remember compact HP PDAs?
Yeah, the PDAs. Yeah, I've still got one in the box somewhere.
And that's what we had, the movie map software, so as you were flying it would tell you where you were on the aviation chart.
I've got helipaddy.
Well, that's the Irish one these days, isn't it? I like that. I do like that they call it Heady Paddy, and it's an Irish company.
Yep. All the off-field landing sites in UK and Europe.
Do you have to pay for that, or is it a free program?
It's free for certain things, but if you want advanced functions, it's paid.
At the bottom of runway 24, if people want to start making their way there.
On the way.
Ready for departure.
Trying to get right up there, but yeah, ready for departure.
No, it's looking pretty good.
In your dreams.
to hear about what goes on in those. Filthy, depraved things. Anyway, for the second half of our evening, we're going to be doing much the same, only we're going to be going a little bit lower. I know, Gibson, I'm telling them. We're going to be flying down to Eindhoven, then along to Brussels, Lille, and then making our way up back towards Calais before we finish up at Marham at the end of the evening. So it's all going to be a lovely time. We're going to be sticking the speed at 300, but our AGL is going to be 1000 AGL this time. There's going to be a little bit more moving up and down with the terrain as we're heading inland towards Eindhoven. And we'll just see what happens. And we can all have a lovely chat on the way. Are there any questions? There's no change in time. The weather seems okay at the moment, so we'll stick that on real weather still as well. Any problems?
Don't think so.
Everything's fine.
Yep, everything's fine.
Fine and frog's fur.
Yeah, I got problems.
It all started when I was 8 and I came home early from school.
It never gets old. Let's fucking roll.
He beat me to it.
Just like Papa said to the milkman. Gentle left turn to head inland.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh, who have we lost? Porky.
Oh my.
Oh no.
Somebody say something offensive to Porky's people?
We always say something.
Never.
I was going to say if we missed him, it was an oversight.
Getting jiggy with it.
Na.
Huh?
That was the one, wasn't it? The Will Smith one, getting jiggy with it?
Oh, right, okay.
Where's everybody gone?
Over here.
That looks pretty good. 300 knots, 1,000 feet AGL.
Do you know what you'll know? What's the rules with when your neighbour's got a lasan tree what's overgrowing your property?
You can hack off anything that's overgrown your property.
Do you have to chuck it back to give it back to them once?
No, you don't have to give it back to them. But if you want to keep it as a trophy, you're welcome to do so.
No, there's one of them lysander, I can't say it. Them fast-growing bloody things.
The landy.
Lyandy, yeah.
No, you can cut off without permission anything that's overhanging your boundary.
Yeah, I'll have to have a go. It's a bit of a jungle right between my garage and my neighbour's garage and the back of the garages.
The chainsaw.
I have a small chainsaw that goes on my strimmer. But what I got recently, which is brilliant, is a petrol shredder.
Well, I got one of those. Annoyingly, I've got nothing to shred.
Oh, well, I had a good deal the other day.
Alex, if you bring it with you, I can give you something to shred, just so you get the use out of it.
It's awfully kind.
Don't want you feeling left out, mate. Hey, you can pick up your iPhone trailer while you're here as well.
I was almost considering suggesting that, because then I'll be able to claim my fuel.
I had an electric one which was as much use as a chocolate fire guard, so I thought, sod it, I'll buy myself a proper petrol one.
Border wars can be fun, but it can also be very stressful. That little arsehole at the bottom of the road, at my road, knows how to upset people greatly by doing that.
Yeah, we have a bit of an issue at shooting club. There was a field adjacent to ours which had a couple of goats in for years, and they've sold the land and now building an housing estate in it, and it looks right onto our shooting grounds.
Speaking of arsehole at the bottom of the road, Alex, did I tell you had a big branch overhanging the road?
Is that the one that you got with your tractor the other day?
Yeah, I did a drive-by snipping.
A drive-by snipping.
So you said that chap was hoping to sell it, wasn't it? Was he going to flip it or something?
He's doing it up, then he was selling it, then he's got his other house down the road he's got as well. I have never seen his Land Rover move since he got it parked up in his driveway.
Where's everybody?
I have to say, given that we're in the Swift, everyone's formation is very good this evening.
You tend to find that when he's flying the same Mark model, it's easier to maintain a formation.
And we don't have any silly issues with flight gear locking up and playing silly buggers.
No.
And we ain't had an F-15 turn up today either.
Not yet, we haven't.
Yet.
He knows about the reputation of the Swift, and they're probably safer to keep out of the way.
It's frightening for them.
So what happened to Supermarine after the war? Did they get swallowed up by somebody else?
Yep. Like them all, they all amalgamate.
Hang on, I have some facts for you. Wait with me.
Oh, fuck, here we go.
Don't say "oh fuck" when I'm about to impart knowledge upon you.
Factolicious.
I mean, if you want the short version, it's basically all owned by BAE Systems, but it was owned by Vickers Armstrong from the late 20s onwards. Anyway, it wasn't actually its own business. It didn't. It mainly made most of its money in the First World War rather than the Second World War. It entered the Schneider Trophy to try and bring itself back. It wasn't really until they turned that into the Spitfire that it actually did well. But of course, there's a Supermarine RAF named after Stuart's home and love.
That's true, it is.
Which I was, what was I looking at the other day? It was some documentary about operations between the war in the Middle East in the late 20s, early 30s. I think it was they were using RAFs to fly around Iraq and the Mediterranean and places like that to do civil routes, I think.
The RAFs were not very widely accepted. There's one, I think there's one surviving example still in Canada.
It's a flying boat.
Yep. The Whistling Dunny, the Australians call it.
They're sorely not well represented in Flight Gear United Kingdom. We gotta fix that.
Actually, Elijah was going to do me one model at the time, but we never did.
Don't think you'll get that now.
I don't think I'll get that now, no.
We got a PBY and a PBM ready to run.
Yeah, the Australians used to call it a whistling dunny because of the whistling noise that came out of the toilet. It was light. The toilet was basically a straight pipe with a seat on top of it, so you're basically shitballing anything you went over.
I mean, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? I'd be non-stop. I'd just be eating beans and curry the entire journey. You could make a 13-hour journey go really quick if you were just shitting on everyone you were going over.
The thing is, though, you could have communications between that and the point and the captain at the front, and you can say, stand by, bombs away!
Right turn when we get over Eindhoven, heading from Brussels.
You could have competitions when you do the flight path to see who can run the shit to the twos. Or we're passing over somebody's fishing boat, you know.
Do that now with blue ice, don't we?
Not as often nowadays.
I don't think they're allowed to drop it these days, are they?
No, but I believe there's a safety feature where it will self-dump if something happens.
I think it were leakages, wasn't it? It was building up on the outside of the fuselage and then eventually it melt and fall off.
It must have been a very cold sit in your arse when you're that. Yeah. Just thinking, it's a straight pipe.
You got the bottom third of the turd just be pure ice, wouldn't it?
Or if you're sitting on that when it's landed in the water, when the water's being jettisoned up through, you know?
Or like one of those nice Japanese toilets.
Yeah. It'd be nice to throw a wash down, wouldn't it?
I didn't know that. It was originally Supermarine designers, the Type 571 that got the design got turned into the TSR2.
TSR2 is clever though. He was too clever at the time, couldn't really put it on.
Politics.
Yeah, a lot of it was to do with Americans. Didn't like stuff and told the government to drop it or else.
If the thing is, the limitation with the TSR2 is the materials available to make it with. They reckoned if they had access to the high-tech modern materials, it would easily surpass Mach 3. I think it would be really fucking scary to fly at Mach 3, but yeah.
Well, this thing goes quite quick, doesn't it?
What's that?
The
this,
Swift.
Yeah, this version can go, is it 780 knots, something like that?
It can't go slow.
Doesn't like slow, no. Yeah, this held the world speed record for a while.
But if you're installing it, it doesn't go into spin easily. It just stalls and goes down.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
FDM.
This FDM.
My one wasn't applied. When my one departed, it probably departed.
That program about the Chinook crash, it was saying that one of the problems with the Mark II Chinook was if you wanted to turn left, it would suddenly turn right on you. And the engines used to overspeed on the road, and you had to really pull up on the collective or you would end up no rotor blades.
We still have HC2s in service, but they've been rectified. There was a problem with the governors. When you climb and descend, your blade speed alters when you're doing such a thing, and the governor tends to reduce engine speed to lower the rotor speed again, but it was slow to respond, and sometimes it didn't respond. Well, hey, my 8 o'clock arrivals have just arrived. I'll be back shortly.
Yay!
Right.
Don't hurt him, Stuart.
He's going to go put on his customer service face now.
Would like to see that.
Would you?
Maybe not.
As a faulty Mark II.
Basil! Basil!
Right, shall we up the speed a little bit? Because we could do with gaining a little bit. We're going to go up to 420 knots.
420 your mark.
420 accelerating.
Yeah, just saying that. Whoa, into. Just got that book, Alec. Eject. It's sort of the history of ejection seats by the RAF Tornado navigator. I forgot his name, Nicholson.
No, the John Nichol one. I've got that
Yeah.
somewhere. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah, I got it the other day. Been trying to avoid buying actual books. My house is full of them at the moment. But when it was at a very low price, I thought, sod it.
Well, I got, I think, nearly all the John Nichol books at a charity shop one day. I think I got Tornado eject, the later Tornado one, and his Spitfire one. I think I got it for £4 for the lot.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, well, I bought myself a Kindle, and I have acquired quite a lot of e-books for Booksheet. It's just having the time to actually look at them.
It's a bit of a problem of mine. Every Saturday we go and walk around the town and go and get a coffee and bits like that. We always end up in the charity shops. I always end up buying some sort of aviation book that I don't get time to read.
Yeah, well, that's my problem when I go and do my shopping end up. And coming back with walking books, photography books, and a few. Still got some to go through. Well, I don't have a big house, I only have a bungalow, so it's quite full.
Yeah, same.
Well, all these power stations will have to go, won't they? Not very clean.
We'll see. How we doing? We alright handling it at this speed? She's a little bit squirrely.
Oh, I think it's nicer at this speed.
There were some good pictures on Facebook on the helicopter simulation groups of some, I forget what model it was, probably be Microsoft Flight Sim, but the ground scenery was so detailed. How does it do that?
Now what do you mean the sorry, do you mean the photo scenery or the buildings?
I think it's more trees would look more realistic and stuff.
Yeah, it's the tree line. So what I've done, so the orthos that Flight Gear's running, Microsoft Flight Simulator, there's an open source tool for that has just released. Sorry, my autopilot's having an issue holding 1,000 feet here. And so that's just released with the latest Bing orthos, which are actually perfectly alright for us to use. So I sent that through to the chap who does the Flight Gear Julia tool, and he's trying to at the moment convert that so we can get that. But he had a look at the orthos, and Microsoft Flight Simulator converts it directly from the orthos, and what it does is those images are cleaned up in Bing, and the areas with trees are shaded. So Microsoft Flight Simulator is programmed to recognise those shaded areas with trees, and that's where it'll put the trees, which is why you get the nice areas between fields and things like that having the right amount of trees, because basically it's an awful lot better at working out where the trees should be. Whereas Flight Gear uses OpenStreetMap, which is reliant on people giving you the data. In theory, the effect could be made to do the same, but someone would need to put the effort in.
Yeah, that's because it was so realistic, the pictures they put up, and so if you're doing very low level flying, it's fantastic. Thinking back what Flight Sim 98 used to be like when I first started.
Yeah, it does. It looks really good with the new ones. There's a free tool to use called MSFS 2020 Map Enhancer, and it downloads the latest Bing maps, and they're absolutely fantastic. They're really, really good. It just, you can literally see cars in driveways. Oh, flipping it! This thing's not holding AGL very well. I'm going to set it to what we're on. Oh, it's still It's still doing it. I'm going to set it to 1,200 feet altitude hold and see if it smooths it out a bit.
Roger that.
Back.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back, Stuart.
Those cyclists are from Canada. They.
Oh, it's nice.
Anybody else notice that your cursor keeps disappearing?
You can set that. It's in your option.
Yeah, that's an option.
Why would it be different tonight than it's ever been?
You're maybe just aware of it more tonight.
I don't think I've ever had to do this before. It's weird.
Everything's weird. What about it? Right, I'm just missing my people off the bus now. She hasn't turned up yet.
Can you not track the buses online?
No, why would I bother?
Seems like the kind of thing you'd do.
I don't.
So is this the summer we've had now then? Because it was nice earlier.
Yeah, pretty much that's about it. It's going to end about Friday.
It was alright, it wasn't quite nice enough. It was just...
Okay.
It was nice, you know, it was like 22 degrees, you could drive around with the windows down, everyone's wearing t-shirts and stuff. No, you know, no one's in like shorts and flip-flops. It's not like Spain, but you know, it's warm enough. You'd be happy if it looked like that all the time for a few months, but if it just comes and goes, it feels so pointless.
It is pointless.
The central heating didn't turn on this week.
Let me just check. I don't think it's going to last. I'll give my charge out. Problem with going much beyond 2 weeks is your percentage of reliability drops automatically.
Well, I need it to be nice tomorrow at least. I've got a new lawnmower coming tomorrow because my lawn keeps killing lawnmowers.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's really uneven. The landlord won't let me do anything about it. It's really uneven, and it's on a really the front is on a really steep bank. The back's got a section to it that's got a really steep bank. There's not much that's flat about it, and I've had like 3 really good lawnmowers, so I've given up on that, and I've got a cheap hover mower which is just going to hopefully glide over the top of it. It'll take longer to do, but I'm hoping it'll do the job, because a big heavy fancy mower, it just keeps killing.
Do you watch Clarkson's Farm, Alex?
Of course, yes.
I just watched all 3 series in the last week. It's really piss-taking, isn't it?
It's bloody good. It's bloody good.
I can sympathise when it comes to the council stuff.
Well, they really went for it, didn't they, big style?
Right, let me see.
I want one of them, that machine head, what did they call it, that remote control shredding?
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
We have a machine called a DR, which is a powered vertical trimming machine, and that's really good. But that thing would be even better.
Right, by the 2nd of July, Alex, we're fucked.
Oh. Is it going to be really raining from the 2nd of July?
2nd of July, the jet stream at its most intense point is right across the centre of the UK.
If it can keep it up between the 2nd and the 5th, that's fine, because I've got a flipping landlord property inspection on the 5th, so I don't have to tidy up the garden too much if it's going to be bad on the 5th.
Yeah, well...
Oh, crikey, right turn.
5th, let me see, 5th. Oh, on the 5th of July, we are thoroughly on the northern Arctic air flow.
Good. 5th's fine. I want it to be nice immediately after the 5th, but 5th I want it to be as horrible as like. I want full-on torrential rain, storms, everything.
Yeah. From the 2nd right through, as far as I can tell, up to about the 8th, we are not going to have it well. There may be the odd good day here and there, but nothing much in that long term. It's just shite. But saying that, by I'm looking at from Monday onwards, 23 degrees here, until the weekend. It might change a bit.
That was a bit bad for the Americans, wasn't it? They spent all that money on the northern bomb site and then tried to bomb the Japanese, and it didn't work.
Why?
Why didn't it work against the Japanese?
Well, they worked out how fast they were going. They had a ground speed of about 600 knots or something stupid.
I was watching a program about the Northern Bomb Site. I know they did a little bit on the We Have Ways podcast as well, where they say it was developed across the flat plains of America where it worked really well, but as soon as you get it into Europe where there's terrain and clouds and things like that, it's useful as a magnifying glass.
Well, I think in Japan they were flying quite high, and then they encountered the jet stream, which they didn't really know about. And when they started getting people to study the weather, the ground speed was totally different to what they would normally expect to be doing.
That's what you got to remember, isn't it? I mean, some of this stuff was done so far at the start of aviation, they didn't necessarily understand that there was that much different going on at 30,000 feet, 40,000 feet as there is down at 15,000 feet. I think it was Jimmy Doolittle was one of the ones that started studying all of it.
It started including meteorology and aviation.
Well, the Japanese actually knew about it because they did the hot air balloon, not hot air balloons. They sent balloons up with incendiary bombs, and they flew all the way across the Pacific and landed in America. It wiped out a Sunday school outing.
The idea behind it was to start wildfires.
Yeah, well, this party's kids from a Sunday school on a picnic, they came across the down balloon and they started playing with their bombs, and they all went off.
Not a great result.
No, but I think it was the only USA casualties in the Second World War. But Chinese are doing the same thing, haven't they? They were sending the balloons across last year.
Yeah, purely for scientific research.
Yeah.
It's like that scientific research for eating whales. Did you also watch the Masters of the Air series? What was on recently?
I did. Do you know? I liked that. That was really good. There was a point where it quite clearly was designed for the mass audience, which they never did with Band of Brothers and Pacific. They started to add in all it was made to appeal to as much of an audience as possible, and they started putting all the little bits in. I understand it was technically true, but they had one chance to do a really good aviation 8th Army bomber group documentary that wouldn't get made in any other way, and they bottled it in order to make something that would actually make a more mass appeal TV series. I was disappointed with that bit of it, but I thought it was actually pretty good.
Yeah, that series, episode 5, that was the best one.
I thought the first one was, the first and second were pretty good. You know, like the flying it all over and the getting the first mission in was pretty good. And beyond that, when they started doing the prisoner of war stuff, I thought a bit of a cop out.
On the We Have Ways, they had the guy on talking through how they made the actual scenery and the sets for the aircraft. That were quite impressive. They made like a replica fuselage so they could do all the filming. And the biggest controversy was about the Model G. They should have had some Model G B-17s at that time.
Overall, it was pretty good. It wasn't. It was better than. I was always hoping that they'd follow through on what they said that the Tom Hanks Greyhound thing was going to be. That was originally supposed to be a 6-part series. It was, it was all right as a 2-hour film, but it could have been better if that had been a proper Band of Brothers 6-part series.
I've not seen Greyhound yet.
I've seen Greyhound. It's pretty good. I think you'd like it. There's quite a lot of artistic license. There's quite a lot of things that are just there for television and stuff. But it's a Tom Hanks film. It's done well. I think that's on. Is that on Apple as well? I can't remember. Where is the Master of the Air originally on Apple?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think you can get the 30-day free trial if you wanted to binge all of them. But I mean, obviously, I just pirated the lot anyway, because not paying for that crap on top of everything else I pay for.
I don't have time to binge programs at the moment.
Well, as I say, I've just gone through all Clarkson's Farms and various other series of all the Yellowstone spin-offs as well.
I've still not seen Yellowstone.
Me neither. I'm going to do it at some point.
It's a very good. It's pretty good. But he's not coming back apparently. They've stopped halfway through the latest series, and it's got to be restarting in November. But Costner's not going to be in it apparently.
No, he's pulled out of it now.
But it's what Call It Riley what makes it, and all the other ones. I just watched the 1883 one, the original one. That's quite good.
I'll add it to the list of things that I need to watch and slowly get round to. I still haven't watched the latest Expendables one. I keep getting halfway through it and then getting bored.
I haven't started watching it yet because I know I can't sit down and watch it, so I'm waiting to the winter.
I mean, all the other Expendables, I loved them. I absolutely loved them when I finally got to watch them. This one, I just can't get into it.
Don't know the storyline, so I don't know, and I don't want to know, so don't tell me.
No, I don't want. I'm well against that. I'm not a spoiler. There we are. Just going feet dry over Dover. Gonna make our right turn to Manston. Should be coming in nicely on time, which is a bleeding miracle.
So what were Manston? That's a big airfield, isn't it?
RAF Manston.
It was a RAF base. It was originally RAF, and then it was expanded by the Americans. It was basically the emergency base that all the bombers had landed if they couldn't get any further. And then the Americans took it over for a lot of the Cold War. It was actually a space shuttle reserve landing site if there are any issues there. And then it was taken over by the RAF again for Lightnings and the Victor tankers in the 80s and 90s. It was the last place the Victors operated out of.
Elvington was like that as well.
It was. There's a chap on YouTube called Short Field. He does aviation videos. He's done one recently. He flies his little Piper Sport cruiser around, and he likes visiting farm strips and strange places. His latest video is on Manston. It's worth looking at. He's a guy named Terry Kent. He's actually a friend of mine, but he's his latest video is on Manston. It's well worth a watch.
I thought Manston was a no land.
It is. They open it once a year and you can do a fly-in, but they're hoping to reopen it again. But at the moment, the Light Aircraft Association do a fly-in one day a year where you can go and land on it, which is fun for those that want to. And they actually do. There's a helicopter company that operate out of it, but it's an unlicensed airfield.
What was the name of this YouTube guy?
Short Field.
Short Field.
Just going overhead, we're going to make a right turn and coming from the seaward side. Yeah, Shortfield, he does some really great aviation videos. General aviation, it's just him flying his aeroplane around. He goes to cool places. He even landed at, I think, the only airfield that's got a McDonald's basically on the thing. He goes and flies his aeroplane and lands it and gets a McDonald's. Oh, for fuck! Flight gears just crashed as I turned. Everyone land at Manston.
That's a shame.
That sucks.
All night it man, isn't it? Crashed as we go overhead.
You're bored?
Do you want us to land here?
Yeah, get landed, land from the seaside, come in and park up at the terminal building. Yeah, if you notice the runway here is, it's actually technically the runway that's the tarmac either side. That's for the shuttle landing allowance.
Well, at Elvington there's 49 square acres of concrete, and that was the pads for whatever parking up on. It makes a lovely car boot sale place now.
Yeah, well, if you get a chance to go and look at that video on Shortfield's channel, he actually points out that his little Piper, you could technically take it off across the width of the available runway. That's a nice landing, whoever that was.
That'd be me.
Another one following, very good.
So we try to find you?
Yeah, if you come, there's a little turbo prop parked up in front of a hangar building over here with the doors open. I'm just in front of there, and who's that with me? N66 is with me.
Yep, I'm right there.
That's interesting. Sniper, was that you?
No.
I'm just coming in right now.
That is annoying.
Looks like we just got Ollie left.
Can't get lined up with this bloody runway.
It's wide enough. Let's go, mate. Oh, that's a tactic.
Too late.
There's a little bounce there, I think, mate.
Well, it's all or nothing with this, isn't it? 1 minute it's descending so bloody fast or climbing.
You gotta stay on top of the power curve really big time. Come in hot, just slow. You know, it's got a speed brake.
Well, control B didn't seem to make any, didn't fire it off.
That's where the speed brake. Don't give much lift.
With this animal, it's better too hot than too cold, because getting it speeded back up sucks.
Yeah, I think I would have taken half of Ramsgate out.
Yeah, no bad thing, perhaps. Well, that wasn't too bad. We made it back to 10.
It was fun.
Well done.
Thank you, everybody. If anyone got any good screenshots, then feel free to post them up. And thank you for testing the silly little bit of script. We might find something a bit more meaningful for it to do in the future.
Yep, it was great fun.
Until then, do we have a volunteer for next week?
I got it.
Thank you, Voodoo. I'm hoping to make it a long next week. We'll see how it goes.
Well, you never know. I might be there. I might not. If it goes like this week, I fucking won't.
I will be off a few weeks for a holiday.
Are you going somewhere nice?
To Switzerland.
Don't. It's raining.
It's raining.
It's raining everywhere.
And it's still. I had Swiss people in through the week. Switzerland is experiencing the worst summer ever. It's raining heavily, and on the mountains it is snowing, and the mountain passes are still closed.
That sounds absolutely beautiful. He's going to have a wonderful time.
I'm looking forward to it.
We got no rain and 95 Fahrenheit all week.
Well, we don't, so shut up.
It's hot. It sucks. Expensive too.
Well, thank you, Voodoo, for taking next week. Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight.
Thanks for putting it together. Thanks for playing, boss.
Yeah, good flight.
Thanks, Alex, and everyone. Good night.
Good night, Ozzy. We'll see you.
Good night.
Good evening, good afternoon, whatever.
killing the video. Say good night, kids.
Night.
Good night, kid. Oh, not saying that.
Good night, video.